One of the things that is, if you deal with equity in our community, and one of the things, and I know you've had similar experience over the time, you see in feminised workforces with childcare workers, for example, do a really important role but get paid pittance. Is the ACTU right to be calling for a 9% increase in their pay?
Look, they've put a submission in with that number. I note that AIG, ACCI and other organisations have said that lower numbers are going to be a challenge for the businesses involved. I want to know what the Prime Minister and the government's numbers are. I want to know what their approach is. It's the government that is supposed to run the country, not the ACTU. I always want to see women in low-paid workforces be paid more, Kieran. I always want to see that. Unfortunately, with some of the wage increases that we're seeing, the cost of living is crushing the actual spending power of those wages. So let's see how this case goes through. But always we have to support women in low-paying jobs. We have to support the small businesses that actually need to have the money coming through the door to make them viable, to fund a pay increase if that is indeed what the Fair Work Commission decides.
And on the budget issue, I know that you and Angus Taylor and the Coalition are saying that there needs to be restraint and structural surplus as opposed to just a windfall surplus. But at the same time, there needs to be efforts to deal with people, cost of living crisis, response on energy and so on. Can both things be done? Is that achievable?
If you focus on reducing costs and you focus on productivity, then yes, because the energy policy of the government is increasing costs out of sight and closing businesses. We're seeing record insolvencies in construction and manufacturing, the highest number since the global financial crisis. Doesn't seem to be sounding any alarm bells for this government. So just to produce a number that looks good on the day, but not have, as you said, the structural foundations in place for a sustainable, well-managed economy that actually brings inflation back. I mean, that's what we'll be looking for in the budget. Remember, when you hear these inflation numbers, sometimes people hear the number 3%, they think things are staying the same. They're not. It's 3% on 3% on 3%, and sometimes higher. It's the cumulative effect. Everyone who goes to the shops, who's on a fixed budget, can see that. Everyone who's trying to pay for their fees, everyone who's seeing their mortgage go up, every young person who's losing the dream of ever owning their own home is seeing that right now. So yes, this is an incredibly important budget for this government. They have to get it right.
Deputy Opposition Leader Sussan Ley will stay in touch. Appreciate it.